Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. I'm going undercover on the internet, and this is actually me. Cora. Why are Jimmy Kimmel and Matt Damon rivals? We're not rivals, we're enemies. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were rivals. This is more a Hatfield and McCoy type situation, with him being McCoy. Posted. Is Jimmy Kimmel Middle Eastern? I'm primarily Italian, but I do indeed have some Middle Eastern in me, which explains my love of hummus. Submitted. Next up, IMDb trivia. Jimmy Kimmel was a wedding DJ for 3 years. Absolutely true. In Phoenix, Arizona, when I was in college, I worked as a wedding DJ. Since Dr. Oz told him to, he eats a bar of dark chocolate every day. That is not true. And also says, I have thalassophobia, a fear of oceans. I wouldn't say I have a fear of oceans. I have a fear of tidal waves. I had recurring nightmares about tidal waves, and I guess they come out of the ocean. So if technically that is a fear of oceans, I'll go along with it, but I will go swim in the ocean. I'll urinate in the ocean. You name it, I'll do it in the ocean. I'm not scared of the ocean. Here's something that I think should be in IMDb. Once there was a rat in my house, and instead of setting a trap for the rat like normal people would do, I had a pellet gun, and I set up a commando station about 30 feet away from the cabinet where the rat was living. And I shot up my whole kitchen. Didn't get the rat, by the way. Not even close. It would just go by in a flash. I thought I was like Luke Skywalker shooting womp rats or something, but it turns out I'm no Luke Skywalker. Twitter. Oh, this is interesting. Watching a paranormal video on YouTube, and this popped up. Jimmy Kimmel, is this you? LOL. And there's, I guess, a ghost? You know, it's funny because usually when people compare other people to me, I'm insulted. I go like, I don't look like that guy, but this ghost is actually better looking than I am, so thanks. Posted. How much of Jimmy Kimmel's beard is eyebrow pencil? It's not eyebrow pencil, it's beard pencil. Whereas they do paint the bald spot in on my head, I refuse, on religious reasons, to have my beard drawn in. It's actually me. Ugh, why is Jimmy Kimmel hosting the Oscars again this year? Well, thanks, T-Dog Norton, for your support. I don't know the answer. They asked me. It's certainly not for money. Submit. Has anyone ever noticed how incredibly sexy Jimmy Kimmel is? I need to start watching his show more. The guy has one hell of a mug. Well, you know, all talk show hosts have mugs. It's like kind of a standard thing. Mine says The View on it, but thank you. I really do appreciate that. Jimmy Kimmel, what's the most expensive pair of shoes you own? You're wealthy, but where's the line between practical and eccentric? Curiosity. I do have a pair of boots that I've had for like 9 or 10 years that cost $600, which seemed ridiculous at the time, but I feel like I've got my money's worth out of them. Answers.com. Was Jimmy Kimmel bitten by a rattlesnake on one of his shows? Kind of. We had an animal trainer on, and I thought it would be funny to have a robotic snake bite me and pretend that it was real. And the box springs open and the rattlesnake bites me, and I pretend to go down, and medics come in, they load me into the back of an ambulance, and they take me to the hospital on Grey's Anatomy, at which point I thought people would understand that it was a joke. But a lot of people didn't think it was a joke, and they were all mad at me, which I understand. Enter. Do the ancestor of Jimmy Kimmel come from Ischia? That is correct. And most of our family was killed in an earthquake there in the late 1800s. 2 of them survived. The legend goes that they were at a play about an earthquake in a newly built arena. And in fact, it was newly built is the only reason that it remained standing. And so that play about an earthquake saved my family from an earthquake. Reddit. Does anyone know how to get a job working at Jimmy Kimmel Live? Yeah, some people do. We have a lot of people who work here. My great-grandmother looks exactly like Jimmy Kimmel. And I am going to say that other than the beard, this does look just like me. I do look like this person's great-grandma. What if this is another of Kimmel's pranks? Like he went back in time and cosplayed as your grandma for this photo and came back to the future and convinced you that was your grandma. Boy, if I had the power to travel through time, that is how I'd use it, but in this case, I didn't. Officially on the net. Wikipedia. It's actually me. Kimmel was born in Brooklyn, New York, correct. Grew up in the neighborhood of Mill Basin, correct. Eldest of 3 children, of Joan Icano, correct. A homemaker, and James John Kimmel, an IBM executive. Actually, he worked for American Express for most of his career. Yes. Let me flesh this out a little bit. I do have two siblings. My brother Jonathan, who works here on the show as a director. My sister is a comedian. Her name is Jill Kimmel. I have a son, Kevin, who works on the show as a production assistant. And I have a daughter named Katie, who is a ceramics artist. And in fact, she makes funny ceramics and drawings and paintings. I also have a 3-year-old daughter named Jane and an 8-month-old son named Billy. You probably know who that one is. In our family, we value humor, definitely more than cleanliness. And when you make somebody laugh in our family, they'll stop yelling at you for a few minutes. Submitted for your approval. Next, Yahoo Answers. Why did I dream I was Jimmy Kimmel? It's weird. I dreamt I was Jimmy Kimmel, and I can't figure out why. What could this mean? That I watched too much TV, maybe? Ever actually changed perspective during a dream? It might mean that you need medication. You should definitely see somebody if that really did happen. You're sick. Does Clay Aiken really have the tattoo of Jimmy Kimmel on his leg? No, he does not really have a tattoo of me on his leg. That was a bit we did. We drew that on with a pen. Maybe he got one since then. I don't know. More Wikipedia. Kimmel guest hosted Live with Regis and Kelly during the week of October 22nd through 26th, 2007, commuting every day between New York and LA. In the process, he broke the Guinness World Record for the longest distance traveled in one work week, 22,406 miles. Now, I do hold the Guinness World Record for longest distance traveled in a work week, but there's no way that I'm even in the top 100. A president has definitely topped this, or maybe a prime minister, maybe a pope. No way I beat the pope. More Twitter. Jimmy Kimmel, how would you react if Matt Damon really downsized? I'd have the house sprayed. At official Leo UPRC asks, hey Jimmy Kimmel, I like how you give celebrities a chance to guest host your shows. What can or do I have to do to host the show also? It's not like people are lining up wanting to guest host my show. I was out with my family in the hospital that week, but if I'm out again, will I let Leo host JKL? Yes. Not this Leo, maybe a Leo DiCaprio, maybe Uncle Leo from Seinfeld, but probably not this Leo. Sorry, Leo. Jimmy Kimmel, why is it that when fat, funny guys lose weight, they stop being funny? Did you lose your funny, Kimmel, when you lost the weight? I guess so, yeah. YouTube. This is the comment section on YouTube, which is a place I never go. This is really dumb, but am I the only one who thought Cousin Sal wasn't Jimmy's actual cousin, but rather a character played by Full House's Dave Coulier? I wish my cousin was Dave Coulier. I really do. But my cousin Sal really is my cousin. He actually got his law degree, and I convinced him to quit that and come out to LA. He's not that bright, so he agreed to do it, and now here we are many years later. Why does Jimmy have a random bass clarinet? I started playing the clarinet when I was in the 6th grade. I wanted to play the trombone, but I thought trombones were called clarinets. I got to class, and they were all playing like this. I said, no, I'm supposed to be in the clarinet class. And the teacher, I remember, laughed really hard, so I just decided I'd play the clarinet. So I keep one in my office. I play it from time to time. Submitted. What's Jimmy short for? Jimothy? Yeah, Jimothy. So that's it. That's everything there is to know about me. I don't have to write a book now. I've answered all the questions. Every mystery has been revealed to you. You are the only person watching this. That's me.